Real Action is brought to you by Pertec, with 103 service and supply centres around Australia for all your hydraulic and industrial hose requirements. G'day, welcome to Real Action. Michael guest. I've got Gary Powers, who, well, are you a local here or not quite?
Well, they won't claim you as a local, but we spend a bit of time up here.
The stowaway Jack Nolan's joined us as well. When I say here, I'm talking Hinchinbrook Island. What a spectacular, we call that a monolith? It's pretty close, isn't it?
It's our Jurassic Park.
It is, and it looks spectacular with a bit of cloud above it. Lucinda's there. We're staying at the Lucinda Fishing Lodge, and we're fishing the magnificent Hinchinbrook area for the next day or so, and we're going to go out and cast some lures around the inshore islands. The southeast has been blowing a little bit, but I tell you, it looks pretty good at the moment. Coral trout, maybe a finger mark,
trevally, some queenies out the end of the jetty, finger mark, who knows?
Hey, lots of options in far north Queensland, I know that much. Yes. Maybe enough chat and go and find a fish.
Let's do it.
Hang on, mate. Thank you. Just make sure you get that. Well, that is just a prime looking bait fish profile. 3/4 ounce jig head, some 60-pound leader, and that is a super strong jig head. So everything that lives around here, A, it pulls hard, B, there's so much structure there, you've got to be able to really put the brakes on pretty hard. So just line that up, that nice and straight, up onto that grub keeper, same with any soft plastic. And that right there, A, it's got that fantastic action, it looks like a bait fish, and plenty of scent as well, so it ticks all the boxes as far as the lure goes.
So we've just come over a nice bait school there, and you can see there are quite a few fish sitting up nice and high on the water column. So they could be trevally, queenfish, golden trevally, and then you also have your finger mark and your trout, which will be down on the bottom a bit more.
Go, son! Come on, guys!
Bit of play.
Way, mate.
Coming through, Jackie.
Go, son.
How good's this?
This is the Lucinda Wharf in the background there, and it's just one of those iconic places in Australian sport fishing where you just cannot drive past it. You cannot drive past it. So Gary's on some lighter sport fishing tackle, I reckon, Jack, over here. The sort of that PE 2 to 4. He's not saying a lot.
He's puffing, mate.
Which is rare for this bloke, he does a bit of radio. Bit of
a show on a Saturday morning, mate. Yeah. Me and Marty have a bit of fun on a Saturday morning.
Yeah, well, we're pretty lucky. Joe, oh, that's a good queenie, that one.
Do you like that?
Mate, good job. Let's
get him in.
Get him in.
Beautiful.
Queenfish are just one of those great sport fish.
Oh, mate, they are.
If I can get him. Oh.
Jeez, that's it.
That's the worst net shot.
No,
it was just a practice, that one,
There you go, buddy.
I'll
steer him in for you. How good's that?
Hang on.
Hey, there we go. Can't grumble with that.
Jacko.
Nice
work, mate.
Well done, mate.
Now that is the way to start our Lucinda Hinchinbrook area sport fishing trip right there. That's
right, look at that. That's a thumping queenie.
You promised me a fish here and you've delivered.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's have a look at it.
Can I go home now?
Oh, mate, that's a cracking queen. You're going to let that bite me there.
No, mate, I wouldn't do that to you. What a star.
Hold him out there. Let everyone have a look at it.
Oh, mate, she's too heavy for my little arms, mate.
Well,
there she goes.
Hang on.
Look at that.
Something had a bit of a crack at it there at one point too. But they're one of those fish you've got to be really careful when you're handling them.
Yeah, see down the belly there?
Ah, they're shocking spots.
There they are right there.
These two here, that one's not too
bad. Too bad there.
And these ones on the dorsal.
And
lift him up! How many wheat picks did you have this morning?
I only had 2, mate, not like your 10.
These ones here?
Yeah, on the back there. So there we go there.
But as far as a sport fish goes, they're right up there. And for southerners like us, topwater lures around the creek mouths, they're a beauty. Tide change has been and gone. So top of the tide, things have gone a little bit quiet after that high tide, but that's a great time to travel. Islands out here everywhere. I think we'll head out further and see what we can find out a little bit wider.
I think we'll get nice and sheltered in there, mate. Find some good water.
And there's some birds working just over here.
We'll have a go there.
Yeah, let's do that.
Marine Rescue New South Wales has more than 3,000 volunteers to help keep you safe on the water. You can log on with your local Marine Rescue base when you're heading out. You can call them back to check your marine radio is working. Best of all, they'll come to your rescue if you break down or worse. It costs a lot to provide this world-class service, so make sure you support your local volunteers whenever you get the chance. Marine Rescue New South Wales, volunteers saving lives on the water.
What have I got here? Not a very big one, but that's a Spanish flag, part of the Lejanet family, so part of that mangrove jack, red emperor, finger mark family. They're a cool looking fish. Plenty of these fellas getting about on the reef. And we just moved away from the wharf, and this is Polaris Island here, just having a bit of a drift along, throwing some soft plastics, but hopefully they get a bit bigger than that. Got him?
Whack, mate.
Go, son.
Saw him come up and smash that lure off the top.
There we go.
Not sure what it is yet.
Oh, no, it's a nice
red throat.
Oh, well done.
Hey.
That's the go.
Righto, mate. There he is.
Red throat emperor. They're a cool looking fish. Blood red across the dorsal fin there and in around those pectorals. And if you can see in his mouth, he's just eating that hard body lure. Look at that colour in there, that bright red colour. Cool looking fish and a very good eating fish, I must admit. And we're
particularly good.
Yeah, we're staying at Lucinda Lodge, and we might keep this bloke. We'll look after him, get him on the ice, and we might have him for dinner. Well, I reckon there's a side. Well, how about, come on, mate. I've taken you. We're in the big boat today. I've dragged the big boat all the way up here.
There might be a little bit there.
Right, a little bit for me. That's the go. Beautiful fish. Go. Just had a bit of a move. Oh. We started at the jetty and Gary got a nice queenie there, and then we we worked the edge of the island there for a red throat, and then we've taken a bit of breeze on. A little bit breezy today, but we're in the big boat in the 7600. What's the bottom like it? Ah, well, you win some, you lose some, and I lost that one. That's the way it goes. I don't know what that was. I'd say maybe a big giant trevally. That's why you come to this part of the world and go sport fishing. And yeah, I've got no leader left. And that's the end of that. All I can do is re-rig. I'll go and have a little cry in the corner and re-rig and drop again. Oh, got him on. What have I got there? Not too sure. I've gone.
Got him on, mate.
Yeah, I went up in the tackle a little bit as well. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Not sure if that's maybe
a couple of nice head shakes.
Yeah, it could be something that's maybe red, I'm hoping.
Oh, that's the colour we're after.
Yeah, possibly, but we'll see. Could be a trevally. Oh no, it's definitely the right colour. And that's what we wanted to see. Beautiful largemouth nannygai, look at that. Exactly what we wanted to see. They're just a great looking fish, part of the Lejanet family. We blew a couple of big trevally a minute ago, I think.
We did.
But it's pretty cool to know these fellas are underneath there as well. Let's bring us back around at the moment. I'm lucky in the big boat here. It's 7600, I've got 2 screens, so a 16-inch screen up here and one down there as well. So that one's just on down scan. I've got my GPS working here and conventional sounder picture, and that's a school of largemouth nannygai there, right there. Some tuna came through before. I'm not sure quite what they are. It could well be the tuna, but just having a bit of a drive around because there seems to be some difference in sizes in them, so I'm trying to find slightly bigger size. And if you look down the bottom here, you can see where we've been sitting. All those wiggly lines are where we've been sort of parked there, electrically anchored as it were. And I'll just come back through now. If the bite goes a bit quiet with this style of fishing, just pull that electric motor up, have a little bit of a move, and reposition yourself when you're jigging and fishing lures. Bait fishing, you can tend to stay in the same area. The only thing with this part of the world is the sharks can give you a bit of a hard time when you're using bait as well. And I reckon if you have a look now, just coming in there, that would be a shark, that one there on his own, just hanging off to the side. You can see him there, and again there on the down scan. So we are not going to park there. We'll drive away from this bloke. We don't want to stay anywhere near him. I've already lost one nice fish to a shark, so we'll just keep moving along, and you'll find these schools move around, and all of a sudden you'll go, right, that's a good spot to park right there. And there's some nice fish coming in on the sounder now. Sharks there. Do we take a risk? I guess we can soon drop them down and find out what goes on, but I reckon that's a shark, and I reckon they're nannygai up off the bottom.
Oh yeah, same old spot, nice fish.
What's happening, mate?
Oh mate, we're having a bit of fun on this side of the boat.
We certainly are having a bit of fun. One of the great things about like where we're fishing in this sort of area, far north Queensland, other options. And I know you love your barra fishing in close. Mud crabbing, barra fishing, and then
marlin,
and then
reds.
Here we're not even at the reef.
I'll take that though.
The reef fishing and this sort of fishing is pretty spectacular. Swing him around here.
Swing him around, Guesty.
That's the better
size. They're getting there.
Oh,
look at that. Beautiful red.
Here you go. Hey, here you go, son.
Oh,
do you want me to?
No, mate.
You hang on to it.
I'll take the prawn oil again.
Yeah. Oh, what's left of it anyway?
What's left of it? So,
there you go, mate.
So there we go. Beautiful largemouth.
Legal size for 40, a largemouth.
40 centimetres. So, so a beautiful fish. Big mouth. Take a big bait. Get twice this size.
Yeah, they do.
This is probably the better table size, a beautiful size fish. So,
and the colours on them are just amazing. And actually, I caught one there earlier, and I must say it probably wasn't quite as big as this one, but that's okay. Let the Queenslanders jump in front. But the colour's much brighter on this one, quite dark. This one.
Yeah, it's probably been swimming around the shoals, and there's probably sandy patches.
Yep.
So they take a little bit of colour from where they're hanging. It's like trout.
Okay. Yep.
Your darker trout in the shallows, your redder trout in the depth. So
nice stuff.
So yeah, wherever he's been swimming, they take on their colour. So
good
beautiful
work.
Fish.
Good work.
Thank you, mate. I'm starting to come good, mate.
I knew you would.
I was starting to panic.
Yep, there he is, mate. Oh, another fish.
Yeah, it's not quite as big as Gaz's, but I reckon on a metal jig.
It's a red fish, nevertheless.
On a jig. So another technique too. So what we call sort of, here you go.
I want me to hold it.
No, I'm not holding it, that's for sure.
Righto.
You hang on to it.
There we go.
But that slow pitch jigging's a really good way to explore ground, cover ground, get down nice and quick.
If you see him on the sounder, you can just pick that jig up, drop it over, and it'll be on the bottom in no time.
Did you practice saying that before we got to that then?
No.
You just smashed that, exactly. There you go, you've heard it from the man himself, the jig king himself.
Oh, I'm on again. Oh, this is getting a bit easy here, fellas. What are you doing on the other side of the boat?
Are you throwing a bit of cheek back our way?
Well, New South Welshmen, don't we have to?
Seriously? Well, I've got the blue on.
Yeah.
We should have had you in maroon, I suppose, but grey will do.
We're going all right. These nannygai are putting on a good little show for us this afternoon on that tide turn. Another beautiful little nanny.
Now there's largemouth and smallmouth.
The smallmouth, as the name suggests, have the small mouth, a bit more rounded head.
Yep.
Don't grow as big as the largemouth. Probably tie up a couple of kilo, 2.5, 3 kilo.
Yep.
But still a nice fish to eat. They're not as good eating quality as these guys.
Yep.
But still all right, fresh.
Good stuff, mate. Hey, that is not an nannygai, Jacko.
No, different colour, mate.
Yeah,
quite yellow, this one.
Quite yellow, all right.
There
That's because it is a Spangled Emperor.
Spangled Emperor.
There you go, bud.
Well, yeah, I'll swap it.
So just talk a little bit about Actually, it's sitting in my hand. That's such a cool looking fish. You get them up on the coral sands, cays, and they get in that real shallow water. And
in the
these
lagoons.
Oh, mate, they're just a beautiful looking fish, spanglies. Talk about that jigging technique, just for people at home who haven't done a lot of metal jigging or slow pitch jigging.
Nice and easy technique with these ones, because they flutter on the drop.
Yeah,
so
they sort of skid and slide around.
Around. So lift that rod nice and high, and just let that little float back down, flutter back down.
Yep.
And just be mindful to keep in contact with the line, because as soon as a fish bites it, you want to hit him back.
Yeah, because they can feel it's a hard metal lure.
Yeah,
so
just follow that lure back down, and there's the result.
That's it, perfect, well done. Yeah, buddy.
Alright, I got another fish on there. It's coming into that prime bite, that late afternoon bite. So we're sticking it out here this afternoon. There's been talk of heading back and having an early one, but you know.
What? Who was talking about that? Are you serious?
Sticking it out, trying to get that late afternoon bite.
It is a prime bite time, isn't it? Early morning, late afternoon, and your tide changes are all your key bite times, no doubt. And I've got to tell you, that is a nice
swinging
nice
in here.
nannygai.
Oh, there he is. Another fish on that jig.
Yeah, that's a nice fish too.
I'll get you to hold that.
Righto, I thought you were going to give me the fish for a minute.
No,
I'm not doing that at all.
There you go, I'll hold this one up.
One bit of advice I give anyone is have some packets of soft plastics, and if you've been out trolling marlin lures around and you go, oh, there's a pretty good spot, you can always pull them out, drop them down, or drop one of these metal jigs down. So a couple of techniques, either metal jigs, plastics. That just fell out there, but anyway. But if you've got some jigs and some plastics, you can cover most situations.
You can
anytime. And it's good fun.
Around.
Absolutely, good fun. Light tackle sport fishing. Oh, there's a bite.
I'm on. Over here too.
Jerry's on it.
Oh, we're all over it.
I just moved us and repositioned us a little bit, and we're on a bit of a shoal, and you find you catch a couple of fish and they tend to move. Just keep an eye on your sounder, go for a drive around. We use an electric motor, hit that electric anchor button, stop, and you get another crack at them. I'll just sit my rod in the holder. I'll give Gaz a hand.
Oh,
come over here, the quiet achiever.
Oh, just sneaking in the corner there. We'll leave Jack to play.
I'll get my rod out of the way.
I'll keep playing around over here.
Yeah.
Beautiful looking fish. He's come up. So he's come on the prawn pattern.
Yes.
I see you love your prawn pattern, so he's come up on that one. And they're an avid, so whether you're fishing with bait, soft plastics are really a good way. Metal jigs, another way to catch.
Yeah, jigs is another way, mate. Yeah, they're a ferocious feeder. They're so savage. They're very good to catch.
Yep.
Good fun.
He's probably not going to survive the depths that well. This one probably a good size to keep. What is legal size for a largemouth nannygai? Keep going. What size? Come on.
I can see what it is. We've got a nice cobia.
Oh, you had that.
Right, I might need a hand here, fellas.
I'm going with this, Blake.
Quit your talking.
Oh, it is. So it's what we call a black kingfish or a cobia. And he's going to have to, you right there with the electric motor, or you're doing a lap around?
He'll be right. I think he's going to come around.
He's going to come around. You right, Gaz?
I'm ready there, Guesty.
Mate, it's the net
Come on,
shot.
Jack.
Don't you muck this
Here
up,
we go.
Gary.
Oh. Slide him in there.
Get him in there. I'll grab his tail. Oh, Gary.
Soccer.
What is that?
Here we go. We'll try again.
Go
Here we
again.
go.
I'm not good on the net.
Do you want me to do this, or are you happy?
No, mate. Bring him over, Jack.
I'll grab the tail.
Here he is.
Get him in there.
There we go.
Get him in there.
Yes.
Here we go. Oh, look out. Mate, you never know when they're finished.
Go.
Black kingfish, better known as a cobia, and that. Were you going to try and kiss that? What was going on there?
I was trying to fix my sunnies. My sunnies are falling.
You're right. How about we just take them
take
off?
them
There,
off.
for a
There
minute.
we
Just
go.
for a minute. You can have them off. That's a great looking fish. And it's pretty cool because you think they're a shark, Gary, sometimes, but you see that white stripe and suddenly your eyes just go, oh yes, it's a cove. So that's awesome.
Now that's a cracking catch. If you've been catching some ripper fish lately, then send your photo into our Alfab's Cracking Catch competition at the Real Action Facebook page to get you hooked up every week we're giving away a Penn rod, reel and line combo, an awesome Scanstrut Rock wireless phone charger and inflatable waist belts from BLA, along with some great gear from Valvoline to keep your marine engine and trailer lubricated. Check that out, that's a beautiful cobia. Been staying at the Lucinda Fishing Lodge, fishing out of Hinchinbrook, or just off Hinchinbrook Island.
Out the back of Polaris, Orpheus.
Oh, you're getting technical on me now,
mate,
Gary.
all the
Polaris and
country.
Orpheus, they sound like Greek gods, but they're actually islands behind us. We've had a great time, that's a cracking cobia. Well done, Jacko. You've been watching Real Action, we'll catch you next time. Bye now.
Well done, buddy.
Get that fella back
fish.
in. Woo, let him go. Real Action brought to you by Dog Pro Plus. Look after your best mate with a complete and balanced diet. Hyundai high performance forklifts, smart technology and safety, they're the driver's choice.